Hello, everybody, and welcome to our podcast, Welcome to Livingston, where we invite local businesses, people, and organizations in to talk about what they are giving to our community. My name is Don Patella.
And I'm Angela Patella, and we're with the Patella Group Real Estate Professionals. As realtors and brokerage owners, we bring valuable insight into the local market and community every week.
Thanks for listening, and welcome to Livingston. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Welcome to Livingston podcast. My name is Don Patella. Usually I have my wife here next to me, Angela Patella. Unfortunately, she is unable to make it today, and she is so sad about that because she was definitely looking forward to this episode. We are with the Patella Group Real Estate Professionals, and before we get started today, I just wanted to have a word from our sponsor. So today's episode of the Welcome to Livingston podcast is brought to you by our valued sponsor, Jim Paquette with Lake Michigan Credit Union. He is a trusted mortgage lender who has lived and worked in the community for many years. Jim Paquette is dedicated to helping our neighbors achieve their home ownership dreams and is proud to support the local businesses that make our area special. Now let's dive into the stories of the incredible entrepreneurs we are featuring today. So welcome, guys. I am just so happy to have you in today. We have James and Jessica Pless with My Wife's Candles. So thanks so much for coming.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for having us.
No, I was really excited about this. I see we have a couple candles in front of us, which is just so amazing. So I guess just to get started, why don't you guys tell me, a little bit about your business, what it is, and maybe a little bit about how you guys got started.
Yeah, so she actually started as a hobby last year in August.
Wow, so it's fairly new.
Yes.
How did you get to that point that you wanted to pursue making candles?
Well, I was looking for something to distress because right now we have a 3 and a 4. At the time we only had a two boys, and then I was looking to be a little bit busy besides having the kids as well. Then I was searching of something that I can express myself because I also love baking as well. Then I found out that something that I haven't tried out, that was candles. So I did some research and I found that that was a little bit not that difficult for me to make it because I love baking. It's kind of like the same thing as baking as well, but just baking with a wax.
Really?
Yes.
That is just amazing because to hear, so you only started making candles like a year and a half ago?
Yes, last year, August.
Wow. To people here, if you're on YouTube watching it, you can see, I'm going to lift this up here real quick. So you can see, this bowl of Fruit Loops right here, this is a candle. And it's just so amazing because it's so lifelike. And to think that you're not even making candles a year and a half ago. And I personally have never seen anything like this. How do you come up with ideas to make something that looks like I could drop a spoon in it and start eating?
Well, that was the intention, to catch people's attention as well. And I used to see the normal candles, the normal ones. Then I'd say, you know what, let me just try to make something different. I looked online, some people also doing it. Then I decided to make really realistic.
Right.
Then recording on my research, seems like the Fruit Loop the cereal one, it's the one that normally Americans use for breakfast. Then I had an idea to start making those Fruit Loops into a candle so that can match while that you are having your breakfast. And then you light up your candle in the morning and having your breakfast as well. It can also match. Also,
you can smell it. And that's what I found was so interesting. It smells like Fruit Loops.
Yeah, it does.
How... I don't want you to give away any secrets or anything, but I've had scented candles at my house before, but to have such a unique scent is just amazing.
Thank you.
All of the fragrance oils have to be bought in. It would take a lot of facilities in order for us to actually make the fragrance oils.
Okay.
So those all come from suppliers, but everything else as far as how we make them smell so amazing is on us.
Oh, that is so cool. I've seen on your website some of the different candles you have and such.
Yes.
What are some of the favorites that people like?
Fruit Loops.
Fruit Loops?
Yes.
Yep.
Salted caramel.
Yes, salted caramel, yes. And wildberry cheesecake,
Okay.
which looks like we do have a piece of cheesecake on top.
Okay.
So yeah, that's look like a piece of cheesecake.
And it has the crumble on it too. It has the drizzle. It has some fruits on it, and we have different flavors of those too. We have I think we have a blueberry cheesecake. We have a wildberry cheesecake, strawberry cheesecake. Pretty much have them all. It's just a matter of getting them on the website.
Oh my gosh, that's just amazing. Yeah. You know, and I saw on the website that you guys have like, you know, what I would call like your keepsake candles. I thought that was a really unique idea. So could you guys tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so that was my idea. When we first started out, we were actually going green with our way of procuring candle containers. So we would go to garage sales and we would buy, you know, maybe 20, 30 pieces from someone's set, get a good deal on them, and then we'd take them home and we'd wick test the containers to make sure that they could actually handle the flame and being burned.
Okay.
So that gave us the idea because we had someone who we bought their grandpa's teacups from them at their garage sale, and they ended up sending us a message on Facebook, said, hey, I was wondering, could you guys put a candle on those and I'll buy them back from you? And we said, absolutely. So we ended up delivering, I think, 20 candles. This would have been after only being in business for a month.
Yes.
It was under our old brand, and they had us, they really enjoyed it. They gave them out as gifts at a family reunion, and they were able to remember their grandpa in that way.
Wow. That's just so cool. So, you know, for people out there, I mean, if you have those keepsakes, like you said, you know, people don't use China sets as much anymore. So if you're looking at China sets, you know, teacups, those sorts of things, to be able to put a candle in there and then to have that out on, you know, display or such. I mean, what a nice memory to have for something.
Absolutely. And that's something that we definitely want to do. Can we put a candle in China?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, we do porcelain all the time.
That is very cool.
Yep.
That is very cool. So how long does it take to, like, what's the process look like? How long does it take to make a candle like this?
Well, for this size, it actually takes me up to 35 minutes.
Okay.
And for this size over here, it just takes me for 15 minutes.
Wow.
Yes. So the most longest process is to make the treats that we call it. Those ones here on top, that looks like a Fruit Loop. So we have kind of like starting with each color. And then actually, we started like using the real Fruit Loops in order to make them silicone mold out of it. So we used the real Fruit Loops made out of silicone mold, which looks like a Fruit Loops. Then we started the process of doing the colors as well.
Right.
So this one over here, we use a donut mold in order to make, it's called apple, what's the name again of this one? Sorry.
Apple cider donut.
Apple cider donut. So we actually use the real donuts in order to make the silicone mold. Then we use our treat wax, which is a palo wax, to make the details on top of it.
That is so cool. Your candles keep a scent for quite some time.
Yeah, we've had reviews as far back as October of last year, 2 weeks ago, that said they still haven't lit their candle and it still makes their living room smell amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, because that's the thing with a lot of the candles you get. You don't, I mean, if you pick it up and put it right to your nose, you can smell it a little bit, right? But you really don't get the scent till you light the candle.
I think there's two things playing into that.
Okay.
One is that maybe some of your other companies might be trying to keep their margins high, so they might be putting a less percent. Each type of wax has a certain percentage of oil that you can actually hold before it loses composition. So we max that out. We never skimp on it. We put as much as we possibly can in there. The second one is freshness. It's just like food. These are soy wax candles. Soy is a perishable food item. And so the longer that something sets, the less it's going to smell, and the more that scent's going to wade away. Even with lids. See, now the greatest thing about ours is we don't sell any candles with lids. We have a couple that we sell at shows, but nothing on our main line. And so all of our scents are lasting that long, exposed to the elements.
Wow.
Whereas if you go to a larger name brand store, and you might pop open one of those lids, put it up to your nose, what am I pay $30 for this for?
Right. Got you. That makes complete sense. And then I know you guys, I saw that you guys will do like custom wedding candles as well. So they get to what? They pick their colors, or how does that work?
So we haven't fully fleshed this out yet. We haven't had anybody that wants us to do it for them. But as you can see, our product is a high quality, so we're looking for our first one.
Yeah. No, and I think that would be great because, you know, people with weddings are always thinking about, well, what am I going to do for the centerpiece?
Mm-hmm.
You know, what am I going to do for, you know, these things? And what unique that lasts longer than, hey, I put flowers at the centerpiece, and then when it's over, it's gone, right? To have that lasting memory to be able to hand out to people to have for yourself.
Something to keep in mind too, a lot of times with the wedding industry, things are jacked up in price just because they can be. Since we're not in the wedding industry, we're actually pretty reasonable. So if you're looking for some really economical, unique, never been seen before at a wedding type of centerpieces, give us a call.
That's awesome. I know you have a great website and such. But
thank you, I made it.
No, I was on it this morning and I was looking it over and such, and it's really good, and you can see the pictures of the different candles on there. And what I could tell to people out there is, seeing it in front of me, they're just as lifelike as you see on the website. Like the salted caramel one, as I said before, it looks like you could pick it up and drink it, which I find so interesting, because you don't see candles again with all the different details and such. It's almost like those cakes that people make of like a water bottle that you can cut into. It's the same idea.
Yeah, we have some ideas for that. Once we get our social media up and really rolling, we have some cool TikTok skit ideas.
Oh, that's very cool.
Yep.
That's very cool. So where can people see you guys out in the community? Because I know you're out there, selling them and such. So
we're doing our best to put every show that we go to on our social media. We're trying to do 2 or 3 shows a weekend. So they'd be craft shows, farmers markets, holiday festivals. With the holidays coming up, we're hoping to get into as many as we possibly can. A lot of times they get booked up ahead of time. And because we just opened our store here at the end of July, we're kind of behind and a lot of things are booked up. But if anybody out there actually knows anybody that has holiday festivals or holiday shows going on, we definitely want to be there.
Awesome. And where is your store?
So our store is going to be in the same building as the Tropical Smoothie Cafe in Brighton.
Okay.
It's shaped like an L. We're right in the pit of the L.
Okay. Yeah, so that's right there at Grand River and Old 23.
Yep.
That's a good location.
Yeah. The address is 10049 East Grand River, and we're in Suite 250.
That is so cool. That is so cool. So I wanted to, I was thinking about it, so I wanted to go back a little bit. What's the trial and error process on this? I mean, I'm assuming, I find it fascinating that you went out to say, hey, I wanted to go do something, and you looked into candle making, and you go from never making a candle to, making these exquisite candles that quick. I mean, talk about a natural. I'm just impressed.
Thank you. Well, the process was, I kind of took me a month in order to do the research of everything, because we're trying our best not to use anything which is toxic. All our candles are non-toxic and have been tested before that we sell to our customers.
Well, I was just wondering how you guys go about the process. I mean, it's just, I find it so interesting, because you hear about people all the time that like, oh, I had a hobby and I was working on the hobby for years, and then finally got to the point where they made it go public, right?
Yeah.
Where the difference here is like, you went from like, I've never made a candle before, to, you have these amazing candles. And I just find that fascinating, that obviously you're a natural at it, because it's, it's not an easy thing.
Yeah. Well, we were actually, like I said, she said, it was started out as a hobby for her. And then I was impressed with what she had started out with. And if you looked at her first ones to now, they look rudimentary as opposed to how extravagant they are now.
Right.
But they look great back then as well. And so I told her, if you can put down all the information, let's figure out how much it costs. Let's see if we can scale it.
Right.
We'll get the family to invest in it. So she put together a presentation, and we got the family invested in it.
Wow.
That would have all been around October or September of last year. And then fast forward to now, actually, one of the other podcasters here at Speakeasy helped me realize this, Jason Tracy. I was talking to him about some consultation. And what Jason's able to do is he helps people roar about what they are already good at.
Jason's amazing.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So he helps people to get excited about what they're already doing.
Right.
And he realized when he was talking to me, when we were talking about my IT business with my brother, that I wasn't excited about it. But when I was talking about my wife's candle business, I was. And I realized, you know what, you're 100% right. That night, me and her had a conversation at about midnight. And I said, you want to go whole hog on this and do it? And she said, yeah. So I got in the car and I drove around for about 3.5 hours looking at every single rental between Brighton and Howell and Fowlerville. Didn't find anything I wanted. Fast forward about a month and we actually found what we wanted. And now we're going to be open October 1st.
Well, that is so cool.
Yeah.
Having a brick and mortar, someplace that some people can come in at any time and see the candles and such. Because again, to people out there, if you're a person who likes candles and likes the scent of candles, these are things that you just have to have it. I mean, I assume again, for like kids and everything, it's just, they're fun.
Yeah. Yep. They make amazing gifts. I mean, nobody's expecting to receive a candle that looks like a dessert or one of their favorite dishes, and they're not expecting to receive a candle that smells amazing. As far as a gift goes, you can't really get too much better than that unless you're talking money.
Exactly. And I'm assuming these would be easy to ship as well then, right?
Yep. Yeah, we figured that out. Yes.
Good. That is very cool.
Yeah, we ship martini glasses. We actually have an order going out today, which has a entire blueberry pie in a cast iron skillet that's being shipped out.
Wow.
Along with a blackberry martini.
I had not even thought about that for like martinis and such. That is so cool.
Yeah. My favorite one's the pie in the cast iron skillet.
Really?
Yeah. We started it out with them being in aluminum foil kind of pans like you would normally see like a baked good, but we wanted to bring the quality of the container up to meet the quality of the candle. So we went with cast iron.
Cool. Wonderful. So a question I have here is I see this has 2 wicks in it and such. So if I were to light this, how long do you guys know how long some of them take to burn through?
We've got this exact one sitting in our house, and I think it's been there lit on and off for about 3 to 4 hours a day, and it's been there for a couple months now.
Okay.
Yeah. So probably around for that size, probably around 60 to 80 hours.
Okay.
A straight burn, but you don't want to straight burn candles, and also you don't need to burn our candles.
That's true.
We didn't want you to choose between a decoration and a candle, so we made sure that you could enjoy them for both.
That is very cool. That is a really good point because, again, to go back to what I said before, a lot of times when we have candles, I know we have some candles around the house that have the lids on them, right? And, when you actually want to smell it, you have to burn it.
Yeah.
Right? And to have that option to not have to do that is really nice. So that's very cool. That's very cool. So I know that you guys are out and about at the festivals. I know you can be found at the Brighton Farmers Market, right?
Yep. Every Saturday, 8 o'clock to 1 o'clock. Our brand ambassador, Aaron, will be there.
Okay. Do you guys, and I saw on the website, you guys were at the Howell Melon Fest.
Oh, yeah. That was amazing. They really took care of us out there, and we really appreciate it. I think we sold everything except for 20 candles, and we brought, I think, maybe 100. So
yes.
We really appreciate Howell and Livingston County especially.
That's good. No, and to, that's what I love about our county out here. I love all the local festivals and such, but I love how supportive people out here are of local businesses.
Yeah. I think most people are fed up with big brands.
Right.
It's really just about, I think that every single industry is ripe for being replaced with people who actually care about the industry.
I can see that.
Yeah. So I think that I think the future is very entrepreneurial. I think that anybody who's afraid of it should just jump in and just work smart, ask people questions.
Right. Right. And to be able to, again, buy local, support local.
Yes.
And I think people are looking to get something unique.
Yep.
Nowadays it's so easy. You go on to Amazon or you go to the big box and such, and it's essentially the same thing everywhere, right?
Yep.
So people like going to downtowns, going to local businesses and going in and, as you said, get a gift for someone that they're not going to find anyplace else.
Right.
And you guys have that, which is great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, I love having you guys on today. Is there anything I missed about your company that you guys wanted to touch on?
We're a family-based company, so if you come to the store, we did our best to insulate the walls.
Okay.
But if you hear one of my little boys yelling, it's just it's part of the
that's
whole thing.
Okay. The funny thing is, so like we've had on Culture Beer and Cheese,
Okay.
And I know that their son is in there all the time, and he's kind of grown up in there, and he's able to talk about the different cheeses and such.
Very nice.
So as your kids get older and such, what great brand ambassadors to have. and to bring them up in that where they understand the importance of it and they're able to understand, how they can grow and how they can give back and they can be involved.
Absolutely.
So I think you guys are doing the right things.
Yep. And as they get older, they'll be along with me at a networking event. So
there you go. That is the big thing nowadays. Networking is so important. I know my wife, Angela, would have loved to have been here today. She was unable to make it, but I know she's in a networking group with you and such, and she was just so excited about this. And that's one of the reasons we have this podcast is we just want to bring local businesses on to highlight what they're doing and what they're giving to the community, because I think you as business owners just offer so much, and being on a local level to be able to give back and to be invested in the community that you have your business in.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Well, we usually end with, what do you guys like best about Livingston County?
Well, as far as what I like best is being a part of the Chambers has gotten me out there and talking to people, the Chambers of Commerce. I've met so many cool people who you just walk through Meyer and you see somebody. You're walking down the road and you just wave to somebody, Jason Tracy's everywhere. So I'm constantly seeing them. But it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's because of the community. We were living in Emily City before. It was quite far away from the family as well. We are living actually far. We are living 5 minutes away from my husband's brother. So we are able to be close to the family.
Well, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. I think family is so important, and it's so nice when you can be close to them and such. What I would say about your guys' company, again, My Wife's Candles, very lifelike, very unique. The smell is amazing. The look is amazing. It almost makes you not want to light the candle, which I think is a testament to what you guys have here. Check them out. Please check out their website. What's the address to the website?
www.mywifescandles.com. That's wifes with an S.
Wifes with an S. And then you guys are on Facebook as well, right?
Yep. Everything, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, My Wife's Candles.
Wonderful. Please check them out. Check out their store. Their store is going to be opening here soon. It is on Grand River and Old US 23, right in the plaza there in the northeast corner, where Tropical Smoothie Cafe is in there. Check them out. They are great. I love the idea of the keepsake candle. I think anyone out there that's planning a wedding should check it out as well, because what a nice, unique, different thing to be able to do. Again, we're always thinking about things that last a long time, right?
Yep. And you can actually blend those two. If you had a keepsake, say someone that you loved passed away and they did leave you some containers, you could use those for your wedding as well.
Wonderful.
And then also on our website, if you use code WIFES, WIFES, you'll get 15% off, and we also have free shipping on there.
Wonderful. Well, that is so great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So thank you guys for listening today. Please check out their website and go to welcometolivingston.com. Like and subscribe. You can get our newsletters there and check out all of the other podcasts. Thank you so much for coming today, and welcome to Livingston.